Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the deep dive, where we take complex topics and, distill them into essential knowledge just for you. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Gnosis, or GNO. It's a project that really started with a big vision and has grown into something pretty foundational for the digital future. Our mission here is to make this incredibly important Web3 ecosystem, well, clear and understandable. So you walk away feeling genuinely informed and maybe even a little surprised.
It's definitely a crucial topic. Gnosis has seen remarkable evolution, moving from just an early concept to providing a really comprehensive full-stack set of tools and infrastructure. It's a prime example of how these foundational digital technologies develop, and understanding it is, I think, key to grasping the broader direction of decentralized finance.
Right. So to kick things off, for someone like me or you listening, just trying to navigate this rapidly changing digital world, what are the core, real-world problems Gnosis actually sets out to solve? What pain points does it help with?
That's a perfect place to start. Because at its heart, Gnosis exists to address several significant hurdles that have long plagued the digital world, especially early blockchain technologies. They're effectively building a more efficient, secure, and user-friendly digital foundation for everyone.
Okay, give us an example of what's one of those hurdles.
Well, problem number one. The high costs and, slow speeds of many older digital networks. Think about early blockchains. Like Ethereum was initially, transactions could be incredibly expensive, and you might wait minutes, sometimes even hours, for your digital money to actually move. Imagine trying to send money or make a quick payment, and it feels slower than a regular bank transfer, with fees that really add up.
Yeah, I could definitely relate to that frustration. It just feels counterintuitive for something that's supposed to be cutting edge, right?
Precisely. So Gnosis Chain directly tackles this. It aims for remarkably low transaction costs. We're talking less than a single US cent per transaction, even for complex stuff. Think of it like a super efficient digital toll road where the fees are, well, almost nothing. And it offers lightning-fast block finalization. That means transactions are confirmed and secure in a stable 5-second window, which translates to significantly faster and cheaper digital interactions for everyone.
Pennies for complex transactions and
Yeah.
confirmed in 5 seconds. Wow, that's a massive shift right there. Okay, what about security? Because losing access to your digital money, that fear of a lost password or a hack, it's terrifying.
You've hit on problem number two, ensuring robust security and control over your valuable digital assets. That's huge. Gnosis offers a powerful solution here with Safe, which you might remember as Gnosis Safe. These are basically advanced smart contract wallets that require multiple approvals, what we call multi-signature or multi-sig, for any transaction to actually go through.
So not just one password, but several people or maybe several devices need to approve it.
Exactly. Imagine a family safe deposit box where both you and, say, your partner need to turn your individual keys at the same time for it to open. Safe works kind of like that, dramatically reducing the risk of a single point of failure. If one key is compromised, your funds are still safe. This system is so robust that it currently secures over, get this, $100 billion in assets across various networks, used by individuals, groups, big organizations.
Wow, $100 billion. That's like institutional grade security, but it's available to regular people too. Okay, my next thought goes to trading. I've heard things like front running or sandwich attacks in decentralized exchanges. It sounds, frankly, a bit like getting cheated.
That's problem number three. These hidden costs and unfair trading practices you can run into. In the decentralized trading world, there's this phenomenon called maximal extractable value, or MEV. It's a bit technical, but it's essentially a hidden form of manipulation where sophisticated bots or traders can see your pending trade and then quickly make their own trades just before or just after yours to profit from your transaction. Think of it like someone peeking at your cards in a game to get an unfair advantage. It costs you more, often without you even realizing it.
So it's like a hidden digital tax or an ambush you don't even see coming. Yikes. How does Gnosis prevent that?
Gnosis tackles this head-on with something called the CowW protocol. CowW stands for Coincidence of Wants. It's a decentralized exchange, or DAX aggregator, that actively protects users from MEV. Instead of just throwing every trade onto the public market immediately, CowW protocol batches user orders together first. It then tries to find direct matches, a coincidence of wants, within that batch, settling trades directly between users without exposing them. If a direct match isn't possible, then it intelligently seeks out the very best prices from other external exchanges. This whole process ensures fairer execution and better overall pricing for users. It acts like a protective shield for your trades.
Okay, so it's actively looking out for your best interests, like a smart assistant finding the best deal and avoiding traps. That's a huge relief. And finally, the big one for many of us, actually spending this stuff, digital currency in everyday life. It still feels like a hurdle sometimes.
Yeah.
Indeed, that's problem number 4. The difficulty of seamlessly using digital currency for everyday purchases. For a long time, it's been a challenge using crypto for things like groceries or online shopping or paying bills. Gnosis Pay bridges this gap. It connects your self-custodial crypto wallet directly to a Visa debit card. This lets you spend stablecoins, those digital currencies pegged to things like the dollar or euro, like EUR, in millions of places worldwide, just like a regular bank card.
Wait, so I can use my stablecoins,
Yeah.
as easily as my normal debit card. That really is a game changer for bringing digital assets into our daily lives.
Absolutely. It makes it practical.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground on the problems Gnosis addresses. Slow transactions, security fears, unfair trading, actually spending it. It's clear they're aiming to build something really comprehensive. So to tie this all together, can you give us a simple analogy, something for our listener to really grasp what Gnosis is ultimately trying to achieve?
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Imagine the entire digital economy, this whole Web3 thing, as a sprawling, complex, modern city. Gnosis isn't just like one shiny building or a single road in that city. It's more like building the entire foundational public utility system for the whole city, making it functional, fair, accessible for everyone.
A public utility system for a digital city.
Okay, I like that. Tell me more. Break that down.
Think of it this way. Gnosis provides the super efficient, secure highway system. That's the Gnosis chain. It's where all the digital traffic, the transactions, flows quickly and cheaply, connecting every part of this digital city, ensuring everyone gets access to efficient infrastructure.
Right. Smooth, fast roads for everybody, not just a few select districts. That's a powerful idea.
Exactly. Then you have the high-security digital vaults available to everyone, from individuals to the biggest organizations. Those are the safe wallets we talked about. They ensure your valuables, your digital assets, are safe with multi-layered protection, making sure what's yours stays yours, protected against theft or loss. Okay, like Fort Knox, but distributed and personal.
Sort of. Less likely someone can just walk in with one key, definitely. Next, there's a fair and transparent marketplace. That's the CowW protocol. This is where you can exchange digital goods, assets, tokens, whatever, without worrying about those hidden tricks or being taken advantage of. It's about ensuring fair play in all the digital commerce happening in the city.
An honest broker built into the market itself.
Nice.
Precisely.
And finally, a universal payment system. That's Gnosis Pay. It seamlessly connects your digital wealth from your vault to the everyday stores and services, both in the digital city and, crucially, in the physical world, too. The core idea here is to create this full-stack decentralized infrastructure, a financial system that's user-owned and, importantly, credibility neutral. Credibility neutral means it doesn't rely on trusting any single company or government. Its trustworthiness comes from transparent, verifiable code. It's about giving control back to the people.
That analogy makes so much sense. Wow. It's like Gnosis is building the complete operating system for a new, fairer digital economy. Okay, now let's get into the how. How does this digital utility system actually work in simple terms? Let's break down those main components you mentioned.
Absolutely. Let's make this accessible. First, we have the Gnosis chain, which we call the digital highway. What it is, fundamentally, is the core blockchain. It's a layer 1 network. Think of layer 1 as the main foundation, the main interstate system for digital traffic. It's built to be fully compatible with Ethereum's technology, the Ethereum virtual machine, or EVM, but it's designed for specific advantages, especially speed and low cost.
So it's like a specialized, super efficient lane built alongside the main Ethereum highway, but fully connected.
You got it. That's a good way to think about it. How it's built is using proof of stake, or POS, for consensus. Instead of energy-intensive mining like Bitcoin or early Ethereum, people stake. They lock up their GNO tokens as collateral. This helps secure the network and validate new blocks of transactions. It's kind of like putting up a security deposit to show you're trustworthy and will act honestly as a guard for the network. What's really fascinating here is its decentralization. It has over 300,000 active validators spread across the globe. That makes it one of the most robust and censorship-resistant networks out there. And crucially, to become a validator, you only need to stake one GNO token. That's it. This makes it highly accessible for almost anyone to participate in securing the network.
Only one GNO token
Yeah.
to help secure a network of that scale. That's a really low barrier to entry for something so vital. That's pretty amazing.
It truly is. It really fosters broad participation, and its performance reflects that design. Blocks are finalized rapidly every 5 seconds, and transaction fees are consistently super low, often less than a cent, like we said. Okay, next component, Safe, our secure digital vault. What it is that special type of smart contract wallet that, as we discussed, needs more than one key, more than one approval for transactions.
Or the multi-signature thing, not just a single password or phrase.
Exactly. How it's used. Well, imagine a committee or a board of directors. Maybe you need 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 signatures to approve spending company funds. Safe works just like that, using M out of N approvals. So M approvals are needed from a total of N possible signers. This allows individuals, family offices, crypto projects, even large decentralized organizations, DAOs, to manage their digital funds with much, much higher security. It ensures no single person or compromised key can drain the funds. And like I mentioned, it secures over $100 billion in assets.
That layer of protection really offers peace of mind, especially if you're dealing with significant amounts or managing funds for a group.
It definitely does. It's become almost the standard for DAOs and projects. Okay, then there's the CowW protocol or fair exchange system. What it is that intelligent system for swapping digital assets that actively works to prevent those high hidden costs, that MEV we talked about.
Right, so how does it actually manage to shield users from that digital ambush of MEV? What's the mechanism?
The way it works is quite clever. Instead of immediately broadcasting your trade intention to the public mempool where predators might see it, CowW protocol gathers or batches user orders together off-chain first. It then tries to find direct matches, a coincidence of wants, or CowW, within that batch. Maybe you want to sell token A for token B, and someone else wants the opposite. CowW can match you directly, peer-to-peer. This happens without the trade ever hitting the public market, where it could be front-run. If a direct match isn't found within the batch, only then does CowW protocol act as an aggregator. It searches across various other exchanges to find the absolute best external price and routes the remainder of your order there. This whole process shields users from MEV and consistently delivers better execution prices than just trading directly on many standard exchanges.
Okay, so it tries to find a direct dance partner first, and if not, it finds the best possible price out on the main floor, all while protecting you. That's smart.
Precisely, very user protective. And finally, Gnosis Pay, our everyday spending card. What it is really a revolutionary way to spend your digital money in the real world seamlessly. How it works,
Yeah.
It directly links your self-custodial crypto wallet, like your Safe wallet, to a physical or virtual Visa debit card. This means you can use stablecoins held in your own wallet, like you are in Europe, to pay directly at any of the millions of merchants worldwide that accept Visa. Crucially, your crypto stays under your full control in your wallet until the exact moment you make a purchase. The transaction then happens on-chain, adding transparency. And Gnosis has done the hard work of partnering with Visa and regulated financial institutions like GNO and Monerium to ensure it's all compliant and works smoothly. It's not just some crypto gimmick, it's integrated into the real financial system.
Wow, that really simplifies it. This entire ecosystem sounds incredibly well thought out and robust. So boiling it all down, what does all this mean for me, for you listening? What are the practical, everyday benefits a regular person actually experiences from using this Gnosis ecosystem?
Right, the bottom line. What does this all mean for you, our listener? These technologies translate into some very tangible benefits that can directly improve your experience with digital finance. First, you get to save significant money on transactions. Seriously. Those extremely low fees on Gnosis Chain, often less than a penny, mean you keep way more of your money. Imagine digital transactions that are cheaper than almost anything else out there. Forget about wire transfer fees or even sometimes credit card fees.
That's huge, especially if you're making frequent transactions or moving smaller amounts. Every bit counts, right?
Absolutely. Second, you experience fast and predictable payments. With those consistent 5-second block times, your digital payments and transfers are almost instant and reliable. No more waiting around nervously for confirmations. Third, there's that enhanced security for your digital savings. Safe multi-signature wallets provide, frankly, institutional-grade security for everyone. It protects your assets far better than just relying on a single password or seed phrase. It's like having that digital safe deposit box needing multiple keys. It adds immense peace of mind.
Knowing your money is truly safe, and you control the keys, not some third party. That's paramount. That feels like the core promise.
It really is. Fourth, you benefit from fairer digital trading. If you ever swap tokens or digital assets, CowW protocol actively protects you from those hidden predatory practices like front-running or sandwich attacks. It ensures you get the best possible price available at that moment. It's about ensuring a level playing field in the digital marketplace, so you're not unknowingly taken advantage of. Fifth, you can actually spend crypto anywhere. Gnosis Pay's Visa card is a genuine game changer here. You can finally use your stablecoins for everyday stuff, groceries, online shopping, paying bills at millions of merchants worldwide, just like using a traditional debit card. Plus, some offers even include up to 5% cashback paid back to you in GNO tokens, rewarding you for actually using the system in the real world.
Cashback in GNO just for using my stablecoins for everyday purchases. That's a fantastic incentive. That makes it even more appealing.
It certainly sweetens the deal. And perhaps most importantly, underlying all of this, you gain true control over your funds. Unlike traditional banking where your money is technically held by the institution, Gnosis emphasizes self-custody. You maintain full, sovereign control over your digital funds in your safe wallet. This empowers you in a way traditional finance often doesn't. It's not just about owning crypto, it's a fundamental shift back towards you having direct control over your financial life. Imagine a world where no third party can arbitrarily freeze your assets or block your transactions based on some internal policy. That's the profound shift Gnosis and systems like it aim to facilitate.
That's a really powerful set of benefits, wrapping convenience, cost-saving security, and that core promise of digital sovereignty all together.
Sure.
But, okay, with anything this innovative and interconnected, there have got to be some potential downsides or risks, right? What should we as informed listeners be aware of?
You've raised a really important point. No technology is perfect, and Gnosis, despite its strengths, definitely faces several risks that are crucial to acknowledge and understand. One significant risk is market volatility affecting funding. The GnosisDAO Treasury, that's the Decentralized Organization's Fund for Development and Growth, holds substantial amounts of crypto assets like GNO and ETH. These are volatile. For example, in the first half of 2025, the Treasury's value dropped by like $331 million just due to declines in GNO and ETH prices. This highlights how dependent its funding can be on market swings.
Oof. So the project's own resources can fluctuate quite dramatically with the crypto market. That makes sense, and it's a real risk for any project funded this way.
Exactly. Another challenge is the intense competition Gnosis faces. It operates in a very crowded landscape. It's going head-to-head with many other Layer 1 blockchains and Layer 2 scaling solutions. Those other digital highway systems we talked about, think Polygon, Arbitrum, BNB Chain, Avalanche, and many others. While Gnosis really prioritizes decentralization and low cost, some competitors might attract different users or projects by promising even higher raw transaction speeds, or maybe focusing on different features. It's a tough fight for users and developers.
Yeah, it's a crowded field out there, definitely. And what about the rules and regulations, especially with Gnosis Pay bridging crypto and traditional finance? That seems like it could be tricky territory.
It is indeed a complex area. We're talking about regulatory uncertainty. As Gnosis Pay links self-custody wallets to the Visa network, it's highly exposed to the rapidly evolving global regulatory landscape. New rules for stablecoins, crypto payments, things like MiCA kicking in the EU, or potential changes from the SEC in the US. These could all significantly impact how Gnosis Pay operates and where it can expand. Navigating that requires constant vigilance and adaptation.
I can only imagine legal teams working overtime on that one.
I'm sure they are.
Huh.
We also need to consider token liquidity challenges. The GNO token itself has at times faced issues with low trading volume or liquidity on some centralized exchanges. For instance, back in June 2025, an exchange called CoinDCX delisted GNO specifically due to low liquidity. When that happens, it can make it harder for regular users or traders to easily buy or sell the token, which can affect its price stability and overall accessibility.
Right. And I seem to remember reading something about the initial token distribution way back when Gnosis started.
Yeah.
Was there a concern about centralization back then?
That's a fair historical point to bring up. Historical token concentration. After its initial coin offering, or ICO, back in 2017, a very large percentage, around 95% of the initial GNO tokens remained with the core team and foundation. This did raise legitimate concerns about potential centralization of influence at the time. It's important context. However, it's also important to note that the Gnosis DAO has actively worked to address this over the years. They've implemented systematic token burns, which permanently reduces the total supply, and have managed vesting schedules to distribute tokens more widely over time. So while it was a valid early criticism, the project has taken concrete steps to rectify it and promote decentralization of token ownership.
Okay, so they acknowledged it and are actively working towards broader distribution over time. That's
Hmm.
good to know.
Correct. And finally, like any complex piece of software, there are always potential technological vulnerabilities. While Gnosis is built with robust security practices and undergoes regular audits, no complex system is ever completely immune to bugs or potential exploits. For example, a critical consensus vulnerability, labeled GIP 132, was discovered in February 2025. The good news is that it was found by security researchers and proactively fixed before it could be exploited on the main network. That actually demonstrates a strong security response process, but it still underscores the ongoing need for extreme vigilance, continuous auditing, and rapid patching in this space. The stakes are high.
That was incredibly thorough, thank you, covering the good and the potential challenges. So if we had to distill everything we've learned down into just one or two sentences for our listener, what would be the ultimate summary of Gnosis?
Okay, boiling it down. Gnosis is a resilient, highly decentralized Web3 ecosystem. It provides a secure, very low-cost blockchain foundation, along with essential tools like safe multi-sig wallets for top-tier security, and the Gnosis Pay Card bridging crypto to the real world via Visa. It's all aimed at making digital finance practical, accessible, fair, and putting users back in control.
Yeah, it really feels like they're building the essential user-owned infrastructure for how we'll interact with money and maybe even information in the future in a much more open, secure, and user-friendly way, giving us back that control. That was a truly fascinating deep dive into Gnosis and how it's shaping the future of digital finance. It really makes you think, doesn't it, about how quickly our world is changing and the kind of, well, robust, user-friendly infrastructure that's being built almost beneath the surface, preparing us for what's next.
Indeed. And it raises an important question for you listening right now. As digital assets become more intertwined with our daily lives, how important is that true decentralization, that self-custody to your personal financial freedom? It's definitely something worth pondering as these systems evolve.
You know, that's a great point to quickly pause and remind our listeners of something.
That's right. If you're enjoying how we break down these complex projects into simple pieces and want more deep dives just like this one, make sure you subscribe to our channel, CryptoBox. We do all the complex research so you don't have to.
Exactly. We hope this deep dive has given you a shortcut to feeling well-informed about Gnosis. Until next time, keep exploring.